Hello and welcome back to Tournament 22 of Halo Ninja Warrior. 100 competitors have taken on the first stage for the second time in the Regeneration Era, but our competitors definitely stepped up this time around. Despite shocking failures from Gotenks and Strafe Helix on Stage 1, we still had 9 competitors move on to Stage 2. Now, this group of jumpers moving on to the second stage is very unique. Their experience ranges from first time on Stage 2 to 20th time on Stage 2. In the last tournament, everyone who reached the second stage had made it there in the past, but this time, we have lots of fresh blood. Now, it's time for them to take on Stage 2. This stage has been modified from the previous tournament, including the new Crank Dive replacing the Salmon Ladder. Also, the Solar Swing got an upgrade, and there is a new balancing obstacle to really keep our competitors on their toes. All 9 of our contestants will have 75 seconds to complete this stage, so let's see who can reach the buzzer and advance to Stage 3. First up is Volcanic Crowd, his 9th appearance on this course. Him and Avows the Samurai now have the record for most attempts to get a Stage 1 clear, both doing so for their first time on their 9th appearance. Volcanic Crowd has 75 seconds here on Stage 2, starting off with the ring slider. Volcanic is sliding through, he comes up short. Volcanic Crowd is out on the ring slider, and his incredible story comes to an end very early.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Can't say I really saw this one coming. I mean, I've had 2 pretty poor results that I've been frustrated with in the show. To come out and actually beat the crooked wall and get through to Stage 2 is pretty sick. Not expecting a whole lot, but I'm just, happy to be in the Stage 2 crew, so we'll see how it goes.
Irish on Stage 2 for his first time on this course. Very exciting. I want to give a big shout out to his tournament as well, Irish Warrior. You should go check it out on his YouTube channel, Kyle Foley. He'll probably leave a comment somewhere down below, so, go look for that. Here he is, Irish. Can he beat the ring slider? Volcanic just failed it, but Irish is through it. I guess his gamer tag is Crown Ferret, but we call him Irish. Just gotta get used to it. He is the first competitor to attempt this new Crank Dive, replacing the Salmon Ladder that we've seen for years. Salmon Ladder is no more. It's now the Crank Dive. This next bar is going to drop as soon as you land on it. He goes for it, and Irish is out on the Crank Dive. The first person to attempt that brand new obstacle. When you're seeing why it can be a challenge, that bar does drop. So your goal is to either get a safe jump or drop perfectly down with it as it falls. Irish did neither of those things, and he is now in the water. That leads us on to our third man here on Stage 2. That is Avows the Samurai. As I just mentioned, him and Volcanic Crowd were the 2 people who both set a record this tournament. 9 attempts to get a Stage 1 clear. Samurai taking on Stage 2 for his first time ever. And can he get the ring slider? Yes, he can. Now on to the Crank Dive where we just saw Irish fail. Once you get onto that first bar, that platform is gone. Now Samurai must climb up. Oh, these are some tough jumps. Samurai slips down, but he has a nice save. He's able to keep climbing. All right, Samurai gets a second shot at this. Now, can he beat the jump? The Irish just failed. He doesn't save jump, but he does drop down perfectly with it. Next up is a modified version of the Solar Swing. This is much tougher than when we last saw it. And Avows the Samurai is a victim of the Solar Swing. No one failed it in the last tournament. It was very easy in the last tournament. This time, and not so much. You got to really line up these bounces, and he just did not have enough of an angle going into that 4th bouncer. And that is the end of Avows the Samurai's incredible run. Taking on Stage 2 for his first time in 7 tournaments is the veteran Z-Master. Z first competed back in Tournament 7 where he failed the Jumping Spider. His next appearance wasn't until Tournament 13 when he failed the Jump Hang Kai. But in Tournament 14, he made his name known by clearing Stage 1 and even getting past Stage 2. He failed the Crazy Cliffhanger that tournament, and then came back for Tournament 15, where he failed Stage 2 at the hands of the Metal Spin. Since then, he went on to fail the Jump Hang Kai 2 more times, and the Crooked Wall in the previous tournament. Today, Z finally returns to Stage 2 where he will attempt to clear it for the second time in his career. It's amazing what Z-Master can do when there's no Jumping Kai around. Anyway, here he goes on stage 2. 75 seconds. Z-Master, I see Hunter's body in the water. That was scary. Z is through the ring slider. Now he's onto the crank dive. We've seen one person beat it, one person fail it. Z takes a scary save jump right there, but he climbs through the first part of it nicely. Now for the drop, Z gets the save jump, drops down onto the pole very nicely, and lags his way through the dismount. Now onto the solo swing that Samurai just failed. Z-Master getting some good bounces right now. Oh no, he's gonna be caught on that fourth one. He lost his momentum. If you lose momentum on that obstacle, it will bite you. That's what happened to Z. He tried to go back to that fourth one, and the solo swing has already claimed 2 victims. That's 2 more than last tournament.
I'm feeling really good. I've been practicing this a lot, so I think I can definitely beat it. Getting here to the 10th time is a really cool honor. It's great that Fireball got here for his 10th time as well, you know. I'm excited that we both here with the 10th time. So I'm just hoping that me and a bunch of other people beat stage 2 and move on to stage 3, because that stage 3 looks a little scary and fun at the same time.
Reaching his 10th appearance on the second stage is the all-star Alpha Puma. Puma rose fast on this course, beating stage 1 on his second appearance and reaching stage 3 for his first time on his third appearance. On the Master Chief Collection, Puma was considered by many to be the most likely to reach the final stage, especially going into Tournament 16. Unfortunately, he made a slight mistake on the metal spin, and ever since then, his career has not been the same. After reaching stage 3 4 tournaments in a row before his Tournament 16 failure, he has only been back twice since then. The last time was in Tournament 19 when he failed the crazy cliffhanger. In Tournament 20, he failed stage 2 on the spider walk, and in the last tournament, he was unable to reach stage 2, timing out on the warped wall. Today, Puma could advance to stage 3 for the 7th time in his career, but he must overcome many obstacles he has yet to attempt. Our first All-Star taking on stage 2 of Tournament 22, Alpha Puma. He is taking on stage 2 for the first time in the Regeneration Era, and he is through the ring slider. Now on to the crank dive. He's going to skip the starting platform. Puma climbing through the crank dive. He's already off to a very fast start. Puma looking really solid right now. He gets the save jump on the drop on the crank dive, and he is through it. Now on to the solar swing. Can Puma get by this? No one has beaten it yet. Puma bouncing around, and Alpha Puma, the All-Star, goes straight onto the ball for the new balance twist. It's basically the balance tank, but this track does twist around. It's pretty crazy, and the ball gets knocked off. Puma goes down with the ball. The ball got out of control there, too much speed, and it just kind of hit that stopper and bounced forward. Puma didn't slow it down enough. He had a chance at jumping for the dismount too, but he didn't take it. He wanted to play it slow and safe, and that cost him his run.
Stay in control, stay in control, stay in control.
You can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
Oh,
Oh,
you should have just
Yeah.
called for that.
so
Or
no,
just jump
the thing
for it.
was, what ended up happening was that I expected it to just hit the stopper and stop.
Man, if he had just gone for it, who knows what could have happened after that. But unfortunately, Alpha Puma is out on stage 2, and just like that, 5 people have attempted this stage, and no one has gotten through it. That leads us on to Petrillo Pham 4. This guy is on stage 2 for his 3rd time in a row, and he's on his 3rd appearance, so he is off to a very hot start in his career. So he failed the balance tank last time, and as you can see, he just kind of rolled off the front of it. This time, the balance twist is even tougher in some ways. Puma just failed it. Can Petrillo get back to that obstacle and see if he can get a little redemption? He's save jumping on the crank dive right now. Now for the jump across and the drop down. Petrillo looking good so far. Now he's on to the solar swing. He isn't going too fast right now. He's just kind of, taking a stroll through the stage right now. But Petrillo is through the solar swing. Okay, can he avenge Puma? Petrillo Pham has the ball rolling. So again, you can get to the stopper. You cannot land on the stopper yourself until it turns green, but you can dismount from the ball at any time. Petrillo rolls it very nicely. That was super smooth. 25 seconds left. He is onto the double pinch. The first person to take on the double pinch in Tournament 22, Petrillo Pham is through it. And with 17 seconds, he is on to the tunnel snakes. He is struggling to get into the first one, though. He finally gets in. Petrillo Pham now hopping through. 10 seconds. Petrillo Pham looks like he's gonna do it, and he is moving on to stage 3 for the first time in his career. Third time was the charm here on stage 2. What an impressive run from Petrillo Pham. That was 4.5 seconds left. You know, not the fastest time. He definitely had some slip-ups on the tunnel snakes, but everything before that was so clean. Petrillo looking really comfortable there on stage 2. And after 5 failures in a row, we finally have our first person moving on to stage 3 in this tournament, and a huge crowd of people very happy to see that happen. Some even sacrificing themselves to the water just to celebrate Petrillo Pham's clear. 4.5 seconds left. Petrillo will be our first competitor to attempt stage 3. Congratulations, Petrillo. On stage 2 for his 4th tournament in a row is the veteran Atlantic champ. Back in Tournament 16, Atlantic had aspirations of competing on Halo Ninja Warrior, but unfortunately, he did not qualify for the tournament. In Tournament 17, he got his first shot, but couldn't even beat the first obstacle. Then, 2 tournaments later, Atlantic was on stage 3, and he has not looked back. When he made it back to stage 2 in Tournament 20, he had a surprising failure on the dismount of the Kudari Salmon Ladder. Then, in the last tournament, he became the first victim of the new double pinch. Still, his ability to keep clearing stage 1 has been noticed, and now we will see if he can get back to stage 3. Atlantic champ, here we go. Let's see what he's got. 75 seconds right now. Going on to stage 2. He is off. The ring slider up first. Atlantic, no problems with that. Look at that. He's just cutting a couple corners right there, going right onto the crank dive. Atlantic getting through it very quickly, very nicely, and it drops down with the pull. No save jump required. I'm always very impressed when I see people do that on the crank dive. But can a chumpy Atlantic champ yeah, that's the thing. He's onto the balance twist now. He got through the solo swing, and he is rolling the ball very fast right now. He's going to knock it off the track, but he actually jumps off the ball. Unlike Puma, now he's going right into the double pinch. Atlantic champ with all the time in the world left right now. Holy moly. 32 seconds left, and he is on the tunnel snakes into the third one. And Atlantic champ just cleared stage 2 with 25.1 seconds left. That's a speed record. That beats Drago is 6 time from Tournament 7, I want to say, when he had the fastest ever stage 2 clear time. Atlantic champ just set a new record, and he's moving back to stage 3 for the second time in his career, and he is celebrating with a marking on the ground there. A little yeet sign for you. Wow. What a run from Atlantic champ. 25.1 seconds left. That is absolutely insane. You don't see a lot of records every day, so getting that one, that's pretty cool. Congratulations, Atlantic champ. Now we're on to another All-Star. Making his 20th appearance on the second stage is the All-Star and host of Ninja Warrior of Halo, Hunter Unit 751.
Hello guys, I'm Hunter Unit 751, and welcome back to Ninja Warrior of Halo.
Being the only competitor to compete in every Halo Ninja Warrior tournament, Hunter is an all-time legend on this course. In all of the first 19 tournaments, he was present on stage 2, but in Tournament 20, disaster struck and he missed out on clearing stage 1 for the first time ever. In the last tournament, he went out even earlier on stage 1, but this time he came back with a vengeance. Now that he has returned to stage 2, he is looking for revenge since he failed this stage when he last attempted it in Tournament 19. Luckily, there is no spider walk on this stage, but there are still plenty of tough obstacles that Hunter has yet to attempt, so let's see how the All-Star continues his comeback tournament. This just feels right. Hunter Unit 751 back on stage 2. This feels like a real stage 2 again now. It's been too long. Tournament 19 was the last time we saw him here. Hunter save jumping on the ring slider right now, and he is moving on to the crank dive. It's crazy. There is not a single obstacle on this stage that he has ever attempted on a stage 2. So it's all new for Hunter, but Hunter is so far looking really good on the stage. He gets the drop down on the crank dive, and Hunter is moving on to the solo swing. He was not able to attempt it when it made its first appearance in Tournament 20, but Hunter in Tournament 22 looks like it's no big deal for him. Hunter now onto the balance twist. He's done a lot of balancing obstacles over his career, none quite like this one. He's got it nice and slow though. Look at him go. Hunter is gonna land on the stopper. It turned green, so he is good to go. By this time, Chumpy had already beat stage 2, but Hunter is gonna go for the double pinch, and Hunter is through the double pinch. Now onto the tunnel snakes. Hunter, unit 751, for the first time since Tournament 18, is going back to stage 3. Way to go, Hunter. The comeback continues, and he is having an amazing tournament.
That was dope.
Nice.
Back.
That was fast.
Hunter.
That was fast.
Let's go.
That was
guys,
pretty
do you want to
fast.
see a comeback? Do you want to see a comeback? Because this is a comeback. Stage 3. I'm back.
Hunter is having fun with it. You love to see it. It is funny hearing Snaz say that was so fast, considering Atlantic Champs time. But 10.7 seconds left. I know Hunter is happy about that. He's happy to be going back on to stage 3, and that leads us on to number 100 here on stage 2, the Grand Champion DHG Fireball. In the last tournament, this stage was a no big deal for him. He did a little bit of showboating at the end, and it cost him a couple seconds, but he was able to clear in time. Now Fireball, who has been known for going fast, is going to take on the stage 2, where clearly the time limit hasn't been as rough as it has been in the past. Fireball climbing to the crank dive right now. Oh, a slip up right there. Save jump, but the Grand Champion collects himself and is now onto the drop. Fireball drops down successfully, and he is onto the solar swing. No one's failed it since Z. Fireball right now looking very good on it, and he is through. Fireball going a little bit more methodical right now. Okay, he does the reset on the ball there. Did not like the initial jump he had, kind of slipped off. Fireball's got it rolling slowly now. Yeah, Fireball definitely taking his time here. He is looking like a different competitor right now, one who is more worried about actually doing well on the course rather than just being fast. But Fireball is now picking up the pace as he goes through the double pinch, and DHG Fireball is on to the tunnel snakes. Fireball hopping his way through, and it looks like it's going to be 8 in a row for the Grand Champion. 10.2 seconds left, and DHG Fireball is moving back on to stage 3, his 8th time in a row, the 9th time in his career that he has beat this stage. And 4 clears in a row right there. Fireball caps off stage 2 nicely. We saw 5 failures right off the bat, but in the end, 4 clears in a row, and 4 people moving on to stage 3. Well, the second tournament in the Regeneration Era has proven to be an exciting one, and there are now 4 competitors who have a shot at reaching the final stage. Petrillo Pham, Atlantic Champ, Hunter Unit 751, and DHG Fireball must all put their best foot forward and endure the immense challenge that is the third stage. Some changes have been made to the stage since Tournament 21, including the return of the Curtain Cling. Also, the 5th ledge of the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger now moves, making the timing of that transfer more tricky than ever. In the last tournament, only 1 competitor could defeat the Cliffhanger, but the hang climb still proves to be one of the toughest obstacles in Halo Ninja Warrior history. With 2 veterans, a 2-time All-Star, and a Grand Champion ready to go, let's see if anyone can be the first to reach the final stage in the Regen Era. The first person taking on stage 3 in Tournament 22 is the veteran Petrillo Pham 4. His 3rd appearance, his 3rd stage 1 clear, but his first time on stage 3. He is the only person in this tournament taking on stage 3 for his first time. And he was the first person since Expose who cleared for his 3rd tournament in a row on his third appearance in a row back in Tournament 6. Petrillo is the first person to achieve that since Exposed that long ago. It's been since Tournament 6 that we've seen something like this. Petrillo is now on Stage 3 for his first time, though. Right now, he is on the Psycho Chain, and he is taking it very slow, getting save jumps. These are frog jump save jumps to make sure that he stays as low as possible with these jumps. The higher you get, the more likely you are to just slip off. But Petrillo doesn't save jump on the last one. He is now onto the reverse hill. Petrillo Pham. These are new obstacles for him. He has never been on Stage 3 on this course before, but he's definitely practiced. So let's see if the practice pays off. Right now, it is looking very good as Petrillo is through the reverse hill onto the curtain cling.
Oh,
Nice.
You got this.
All right, just take your time.
All right.
Take as long as you need to get
You
yourself
got
set
this,
up.
buddy.
This has always been one of the most challenging obstacles throughout the course's history. Can Petrillo get the curtain cling? He gets the big jump. He goes for it, and Petrillo is on to the ultra crazy cliffhanger. Only Fireball has defeated this obstacle. Petrillo goes for the first transition. Petrillo doesn't get it. He comes up short. It looked like he made it onto the second ledge, but he slips off. That was so close. We got to take a look at that one. Petrillo gets the jump up. He jumps across, and it looked like he had it. Maybe he could have even save jumped that. But by a toenail, he slips off. Oh, man. It must have gotten ripped off when he jumped across. That's a shame for Petrillo Pham. So close to making that ledge.
Oh, I thought he
You
had
was
it.
you were close there.
I thought
that
he
is
had
great
it.
run,
That
Petrillo.
was good.
Petrillo, you are the man.
Pedro,
that was
that was
awesome.
good, dude. I
Really
thought you
great.
stuck it. I thought you stuck it, dude.
I think he thought he stuck it as well.
Well, that was definitely a great run from Petrillo Pham, but the ultra crazy cliffhanger, it took out Strafe Helix in the last tournament, and now it has claimed its first victim in Tournament 22. Next up, we've got another veteran who is returning to Stage 3 for his first time since Tournament 19. In Tournament 19, Atlantic Champ, on his first Stage 3 attempt, failed the Sidewinder, the third obstacle. So now Atlantic Champ is back on Stage 3, and he wants to show off his skills. He jumps immediately to the second one. Looks like he is not going to try to stick them. He is just going to keep going through them. All right, he's save jumping as he turns to the next one. This is honestly a scarier technique than, to me at least, than just actually going for it. But, oh, he's going to stop on the fifth one. Interesting. And Atlantic Champ skips the last one and uses the light on the dismount platform. That was an interesting technique, but it worked for him. Atlantic Champ now onto the reverse hill. He is taking his time. He's enjoying the moment. It's been a while since he's been on Stage 3, so he's enjoying this right now. Oh, geez, he almost messed up on that one, but he got away with it, and he's having a little bit of fun here. It's pretty obvious. That's good for Atlantic. Now he gets through the reverse hill onto the curtain cling. If he beats this, it will be a personal best for Atlantic Champ. He is going to get on the light. He did that for the dismount of the first obstacle. Now he goes for it. Atlantic Champ on the curtain cling. Atlantic is short of the dismount on the curtain cling. And he fails the third obstacle on Stage 3 for the second time in his career. This time, it is the curtain cling. And Atlantic Champ barely coming up short of that dismount. That is a shame for Atlantic.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh,
thought you had it there. It looked like you had it. Oh, bad luck.
wasn't enough sand.
Well, setting a Stage 2 speed record is definitely something to be remembered for, but unfortunately failing the curtain cling is a shame for Atlantic Champ. I know he wanted to get a personal best this tournament. Next up, we've got the two-time All-Star, Xbox 360 All-Star, Xbox One All-Star, the only competitor who can say that, Hunter Unit 751. He has not been on Stage 3 since Tournament 18 when he failed the crazy cliffhanger. He failed the jump from the first to the second ledge, which is rare to see. Snaz showing up for Hunter, giving him a pat on the back. Hunter doing his sword intro. I know he's happy to have that back. But getting back to Stage 3 is such a big deal for this guy. Getting back to Stage 2 was huge, but now that he's here on Stage 3, it is amazing. Hunter is on the Psycho Chain now. Looks like he's going to be doing the same thing as Petrillo, landing on each ledge with a save jump. Hunter onto the third chain. They don't really look like chains, but that's what they are. Don't judge a chain by its cover. Hunter saves the fourth one. Now we're going for the fifth one. Will he or anyone use the Atlantic Champ technique? Probably not. Yeah, that looks safer. Okay, Hunter is through the first obstacle. Now he is on to the reverse hill. He has not attempted this obstacle, but look at this. Hunter is just going to go for it. I thought we'd see like Atlantic or Fireball do that, not Hunter. Hunter goes right for it on the reverse hill. Now he's going right into the curtain cling. Hunter Unit 751 is through the curtain cling, the obstacle that he failed way back in Tournament 5. And now he is the second person this tournament to move on to the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger. He failed jumping to the second ledge of the Crazy Cliffhanger in Tournament 18. If he can do this, yes, he can. Hunter beats his Tournament 18 run.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, relax.
Oh, that's crazy.
All right, continuing on to the fourth ledge. These small ledges right here, no problem for the jumping master that is Hunter Unit 751, but he is the first person to attempt the new moving ledge for the final transition of the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger. Hunter is lining it up. You got to get the timing just right on this one. He is getting ready. Hunter is going to go for it. He jumps across. Hunter does not make it. He is out on the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger. The moving ledge claims its first victim. Hunter looked like he timed it well. He just didn't get a save jump. I thought he had it. It looked like he timed it well. It looked like he had the distance, but he slips off. Hunter Unit 751 is in the water on stage 3 once again.
You could have save jumped it. You were on it.
It was close. I hit the jump button to try and save it. It didn't nothing happen. I think I was just off.
Get him.
What a run.
Shoot him.
What a great run. Even if I got out on the first jump, it wouldn't have made any difference.
Well, it sounds like Hunter is still very satisfied with that performance.
Now that it's finally over, I mean, I really am appreciating just how great this tournament has gone for me. I mean, I said it after the stage 1 clear, to have had the lows that have happened these last 2 tournaments, it's just been horrible because I know I can do so much better and I have been able to do so much better. So, to get all that way and probably fail the jump that I was expecting to fail. The furthest I was expecting to get on stage 3 was that jump. So, I can't ask for anything more, honestly. It's just a great comeback story, I guess, and I hope I can carry it on into tournaments to come.
Well, that is a tournament to be remembered for Hunter Unit 751. He fails the cliffhanger, but what an amazing story he just told, and a very inspiring story reminding everyone to never give up on this course. And this next guy, he's never going to give up either, and he might have the best shot at beating this stage. For the third tournament in a row, our last man standing is the grand champion DHG Fireball. Fireball has been dominant on this course ever since he first appeared back in Tournament 12. As a newcomer, he was able to reach stage 3, where he failed the Crazy Cliffhanger. His only ever first stage failure came in the next tournament at the hands of the Brace Slider. In Tournament 14, he failed stage 2, but in every tournament since then, he has reached the third stage. This is his 8th time in a row reaching this stage, one shy of the record set by Hunter Unit 751 in Tournament 18. Out of his 8 previous attempts on this stage, Fireball has only cleared it once, but when he did, he made it count. Achieving total victory in Tournament 20 was his crowning achievement, but he wants to do what no one else has ever done and become a 2-time grand champion. In the last tournament, Fireball got deep into the redesigned Stage 3, but despite multiple impressive saves on the hang climb, he still could not defeat it. Now Fireball will take on Stage 3 for the 9th time in his career and 8th time in a row, and try to make it back to the final stage. This level of dominance from the Grand Champion has been awesome to see. Tournament 19, he got first place, failing the final jump of Stage 3. In Tournament 20, he got total victory. Tournament 21, he made it to the hang climb. He was the only guy to beat the cliffhanger in the last tournament, and he is the only person who is left with a shot at beating the cliffhanger on Tournament 22. By the way, he did the Psycho Chain in like 5 seconds. That was incredible. Now Fireball is going through the reversal. See, he does this slower than Hunter, but he did the first obstacle so fast. Now Fireball for the curtain cling. He goes for it, and Fireball is through it. No problems. Now for the transition that Petrillo failed. Hunter got it, and Fireball does get it. Moving on to the third ledge, up to the fourth ledge. Here we go. DHG Fireball. On to the final transition of the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger. Hunter failed it. Can Fireball do it? He goes for it. He jumps across. He reloads his pistol in midair, and Fireball has got the save jumps, and he makes it to the dismount. He beats the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger once again. An amazing save jump from the Grand Champion, perfectly executed on the dismount.
Sorry, Hunter. Well, that felt good.
Yeah, I know that feels good for Fireball. Beating that cliffhanger again, the only person who has beat the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger, and now he has done it twice. And he's the only person who's ever attempted this obstacle, the Quad Slicer. He beat it in Tournament 21. So many save jumps on this obstacle, and the corner jumps do not make it any easier. Fireball is doing very nicely right now, though. He's on to the last one. Can he get this last corner jump? Yes, he can. Fireball for the dismount, and he is through the Quad Slicer. He is now on to the Planet Bridge, an obstacle he was successful on in the last tournament. Fireball looking up, taking that first bounce. Fireball with a save jump. Yes, he's good. He's made it to the second planet. Now, for the transition to the third one, Fireball has got it. A little cleaner than the other one. Now for the last transition. If Fireball gets this, he can move on to the hang climb. Fireball taking his time with this one. He goes for it, he bounces, and Fireball with the save jump is good to go through the Planet Bridge, and he jumps down to the first rock of the hang climb. It is time for a showdown. All right, he's onto the second rock. This is it. This is the jump that he failed 3 times in the last tournament. 2 times he was able to save it back onto the first rock. The first rock has actually been moved this tournament, making it nearly impossible to save it if you really commit to this jump. Fireball is lining it up right now. This is the jump he failed last tournament. He is taking his time. Don't slip off, Fireball. Don't slip off the rock. He's backing up. He's trying to get as much space as possible for a run up here. He goes for it. Fireball doesn't make it, and no saving it on the hang climb. DHG Fireball fails the same jump that he failed in Tournament 21. He spent all that time lining up for it, and he went for it. He tried to come back to that first rock. His body flipped out in the water. It's one of the craziest water deaths I've ever seen. But Fireball is out on the hang climb for the second tournament in a row. That jump to the third rock is just so challenging that even the Grand Champion, who has now attempted it 4 times, has never been able to do it. And the hang climb wraps up Tournament 22.
It sucks. 2 tournaments in a row. No, it's a freaking tough obstacle. I struggle and I struggle and I struggle, but you know, it's just that one rock, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it down. I'm gonna beat it. Even if I fail the hang climb, I'm gonna get that jump. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. That jump is possible. But I had fun. Great tournament, and hopefully coming strong next tournament.
Congratulations, Fireball, on a 4th first place finish in a row. He has now tied Drago's record, and with how great he's been lately, a new record is definitely within his grasp. 100 competitors stepped up to the start line for the 22nd tournament of Halo Ninja Warrior, and once again, none of the 100 could even reach the final stage. The second tournament in the Regeneration Era saw massive improvements from our competitors, especially on Stage 1. We saw 3 competitors clear Stage 1 for their first time in their career, including the host of Irish Warrior, as well as Avows the Samurai and Volcanic Crowd, who were able to set a new record for most career attempts to get to Stage 2. Seeing competitors like Z-Master and Alpha Puma get back to the second stage was a joy to see, and Petrillo was finally able to complete Stage 2. We also saw a new speed record on the second stage from Atlantic Champ, and we saw as the Grand Champion was still the only competitor who could complete the Ultra Crazy Cliffhanger. Without a doubt, one of the biggest takeaways from this tournament has to be the amazing comeback story of Hunter Unit 751, who had his best run since Tournament 17. Now another tournament is in the books, and we will see what the future holds for this vast and diverse group of talented Halo jumpers. As always, it has been an honor to host this course and to see all of the hard work that our contestants have put in. There is no denying how dedicated this community is to achieving greatness, and even those who have struggled in the past can always get back up and become a legend on this course. I want to thank all 100 competitors who made Tournament 22 the amazing tournament that it was, and I want to thank you for watching as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you ever want to compete on Halo Ninja Warrior, just send a message to SMOKEY MASSACRE on Xbox Live. That concludes Tournament 22. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store. So in the meantime, keep practicing, never give up, and as always, I will see you next time on Halo Ninja Warrior.